Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the resolutions read to us. They will now be proposed by the Most Worshipful Sir Knight Millar Farr, Sovereign Grand Master, the Sovereign Grand Master.
Right Worshipful County Grand Master, Imperial County and District Officers, all distinguished Sir Knights, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, allow me to extend to each and every one present here today fraternal greetings and good wishes from the Imperial Grand Black Chapter of the British Commonwealth. This time last year, when we assembled in Scarva, we had with us Sir Knights, brothers and sisters from various other countries who were in Belfast for the Imperial Orange Council meetings. Those people have all returned to their respective homes, taking with them fond memories of the welcome they received, the marvellous day they had, but what they will remember most is the huge crowd of people that were present on that occasion. Today, most of those people are back in their own countries, but this year, once again, we have with us Sir Knights from England, Scotland, the Republic of Ireland, and indeed some from further afield, and they are all most welcome. And though they may be smaller in number in terms of the numbers that are present of them, the crowd present today is as large as ever, and I'm sure people will continue to flock to Scarva for years to come. While the weather, crowds and excellent music supplied by the many fine bands contribute to the success of the day, we must never forget that the main purpose of our gathering is to witness to our Reformed faith and give thanks for what it means to each of us. The freedom we now enjoy to practice that faith came to us through the Reformation and the sacrifice and commitment of the great reformers who brought it about. We think of Martin Luther, who provided the spark which ignited the events, and the great men like John Calvin and John Knox who followed. They took their stand against all the odds, and what they achieved gave us the faith we now have and the freedoms we enjoy, which all in turn helped shape this United Kingdom into what it is today. We know the lives of these men were in constant danger because of their witness and what they represented. They, however, were armed with a weapon which was mightier than that which opposed them. They were armed with the sword of the Spirit, the Word of God revealed, and it always will. Many people still believe that the salvation they desire can be obtained through good deeds. Nothing could be further from the truth. It comes from faith alone, in Christ alone. Sir Knights, ladies and gentlemen, as you gather here today, let us resolve to stand fast in the faith of the Reformers. Let us give thanks for the men they were, and let us give thanks for the blessings we now enjoy. Today, we, as loyal subjects, once again reaffirm our undiminished loyalty to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and to the principles which enshrine the democracy in which we live. We also express our admiration and respect for this gracious lady who has been an example and an inspiration to us all. She has, during the long years of her reign, worked tirelessly for all her subjects, and no matter where she travels, huge crowds turn out to greet her and display their love and affection. It is our prayer that both Her Majesty and Prince Philip will be blessed with continuing health. We in Northern Ireland are deeply grateful for the royal visits we have received during 2010, firstly by His Royal Highness Prince Charles, and later by His Royal Highness Prince Edward. As loyal subjects, we always welcome any member of the royal family to this province, and we hope further visits will follow in the not too distant future. Later this year, soldiers from the Irish Guards, the Royal Irish Regiment, and possibly other units based here will be deployed on active service. The men and women of our armed forces always serve with courage and distinction wherever they are sent. Today, we express our loyalty by words. They express theirs by serving Queen and country in far-off lands where danger is always present. This will be the largest contingent of soldiers with Irish connections to serve in Afghanistan at any one time. Many of these brave men and women are from Northern Ireland and indeed may well be known to some of the people present here today. But regardless of where those who serve come from, be it Belfast or London, Edinburgh or Cardiff, or the Republic of Ireland, we salute each of them. They serve in these far-off fields and face constant danger to defend us from attacks by terrorists. They do not question the task they are given, but perform their duty in an exemplary manner. We support them fully and pray God will protect them from harm and in due course return each individual safely to their families. We are conscious that our country, like so many others, is in the grip of deep recession, which is brought about by greed and reckless actions by bankers and those in charge of our financial affairs. This has resulted in a national debt almost beyond belief. Every individual in the United Kingdom will no doubt feel the pain as they face cutbacks and pay higher taxes to remedy the mistakes of others. We wish the new government at Westminster well as they resolve this difficulty. In addition to our economic difficulties, we'll face a moral and spiritual decline where biblical teachings and even the commandments are disregarded in the name of equality and political correctness. The cause of these two difficulties can be summed up in one word: secularism, which is the view that governmental practices or institutions should exist separately from religion or religious beliefs. This idea is widely supported by those in authority and is being reinforced with legislation emanating from Europe and in some instances Westminster. Let us be in no doubt about secularism. It is the biggest challenge we face to our belief and our way of life. The evidence is all around us with the text from Christianity and what it represents. You can see it in our schools with the ongoing attempts to stop morning prayers and assemblies by suggesting it might be offensive to other religions or views. This is being done to inculcate into our children a sense of values which are contrary to Christian teachings and principles. In one local authority area in England in 2009, there was an attempt to change the name of Christmas lights to winter lights under the guise that Christmas might be offensive to non-Christians. Also in 2009, a teacher lost her job after offering to pray for a 14-year-old cancer patient with whom she was working. We also have examples of people who are employed by local authorities being forced to carry out duties or acts which they find abhorrent and are in conflict with their deeply held Christian views. They are being forced to give credence to the opinions of others, yet their own is being denied. This is the way those in authority are endeavouring to bully and marginalise people with Christian views in the name of political correctness. Christians are mocked, persecuted and threatened with the termination of their employment to force them to forsake their beliefs. Yet other world faiths and secularism are openly encouraged in the name of so-called equal rights. The time has come for those of the Christian faith to stand firm in their belief, be more assertive when their heritage is being attacked, and to stop apologising for doing so. The strength and the values which are held dear in this nation come from the Open Bible. It is the foundation on which our laws and moral principles are founded. The sooner we return to these values, the more likely we are to find a way out of our present difficulties. Political correctness, multiculturalism and diversity politics are a mask for intolerance and hatred towards the established majority and have absolutely nothing to do with protecting the sensitivities of all religions or ethnic minorities. Every day we see evidence of the persecution of Christians in other lands. We do not want to face the same ordeal in this country. Let us be resolute in the defence of our reformed faith and faithful in the practice of it, and in so doing offer our prayers for those who suffer in other lands. Sir Knights, ladies and gentlemen, I commend these resolutions to you